Hello everybody, you can call me Hunch, and today I'm going to give you a quick video about Anchor, right? Now, I'm usually talking about stacks or Bitcoin, sand token gaming, right? I don't often venture out too far because I really want to understand the topic before I talk about it, right? So take everything what I say about this crypto with a grain of salt, okay? I'm not an expert in Anchor. There's probably many opinions about this, right? But this is just my quick assessment of it because in the comments below, somebody asked about Anchor. So I'm going to do an Anchor video just because maybe the community wants to hear about it. I was asked about it. I'm a new YouTuber and I want to interact with my community. So let's talk about it. Yes, sir. Not a financial advisor. Okay, so here's the chart for Anchor. And as you could see, buddy, it's not looking Krispy Kreme donuts, okay? I would stay away from Anchor. And this is, you know, kind of why, right? Okay, we're on this huge downward trend. Some would say this is a wedge, you know. I think we're just going to keep going down this downward slope, to be honest with you, right? Because I'm all about the chart, but like I really want my fundamentals to match the chart. And for me, I really can't see in the fundamentals. And, you know, maybe they're there and maybe it could turn around and kind of bounce down one more time and then, you know, bounce down one more time and then break through this resistance and go. I don't think it's going to do that. Maybe you know more than me. Remember, everyone can have their own opinion. It's just not a good risk-reward bet for me right now for what I would do. And then I want to mention also some reasons why I think. Now, if you look at the chart for something similar, right? Anchor does DeFi. They do some staking. They do application stuff for Web 3.0, right? In terms of Web 3.0, I think there's better options, right? You got the L1s. In terms of, you know, layer ones, that means, you know, stacks, Cardano, Ethereum. But then you have DeFi. And DeFi is, I think, is a great thing that will last, right? But I don't think in this current state, there's any real good redeeming projects right now. And why is that? First of all, it's regulatory clarity, but we'll get to that later. But anyway, this chart AV looks a lot like Anchor to me, right? You had this big spike here, okay, on Anchor, right? And then you had this giant spike here on AV, okay? And what's happened to AV ever since, right? You had one drop, two big drops, three big drops, four big drops. Now look at this one right here, okay? This looks an awful lot like this right here. Now, I'm not saying they're the same. I think they're similar category, right? DeFi. And I'm just not a fan of DeFi right now. And here's why, right? So I brought these up just to show you what it's about with 3.0, cross-chain staking DeFi platform. I think DeFi is the main component, what it's known for, right? And then, you know, I looked up API. What is API? It's basically retrieving data, paying for those services. I wanted to bring up API for Anchor because, you know, maybe this is a use case, right? What is an API? Basically, an API is in essence a way to retrieve data and then pay using the Anchor blockchain, right? But you can do that with another blockchain. You don't need Anchor. To me, it seems like another security. You know, this channel, I have a lot of problem with securities. I think most of them are illegal. I don't think you necessarily need a token. I could be wrong, but regardless, that, you know, that's a personal opinion. So don't use my opinion, whatever you feel. Now, I brought up the AV thing just on Coinbase so you can see that they're both DeFi type protocols. They can be used for similar things, right? Staking, flash loans, you know, whatever. It's an ecosystem on DeFi. And if you just look at what's happened, right, to AV, it's just on this huge downward slope from its peak at $632. It's just continuing to go down and down and down and down. Even if it's growing, right? Go to the AV protocol, see if it's growing. I think there's just too much uncertainty. And then if you just look it up now, this, I don't know if Signa is a reliable resource, but I tend to agree with what Gary Gensler says. I know BitBoy Crypto calls him Dirty Gary and all that. You know, I think it's just because he's pumping his own bags and he's not liking that the government is becoming involved in DeFi. And he says DeFi isn't as decentralized as it claims. I agree with you, right? What is decentralized about Anchor? Do a lot of people run nodes in their house? Do Was it a free mining situation? Did they issue tokens to themselves? You know, do you even need a protocol? Can the protocol just be shut down if the government goes in and says, Anchor, shut down, right? I mean, I think the government literally could just go to Anchor, right, and tell them to shut down the chain, right? I don't think there's anything decentralized about that. And I'm all about decentralization. So what do I think? I think we're on a deep dive downward to the dumpskis, right? Now, if Bitcoin rises all boats, right? It lifts all, the tide rises, it lifts everything. So it could go up. Do I believe in it as a long-term investment? Not yet. Remember, I can change as new information comes to light, right? I'm not going to die on my hill, right? I don't want to go broke. My intention is not to go broke for me or have you guys go broke, right? Maybe it's something good. I don't think it is. I think it looks awfully a lot like AV, which just continues to go down, right? It has these breakdowns where it tries to get back up and it just can't. I think Anchor's not a good investment right now, but that's my personal opinion. Leave a video below if you think that it is. I don't. I'm sorry. You can call me hunch. I think it's a bad investment. I'm going to tell you the truth, and thank you for commenting below. I'll try to make as many videos as I can if you guys want them. Have a great day.